Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 8th of July, and I'm here today with a video where I'm going to do a weekly plan with me. I'm going to use some of my functional stickers because I'm trying to use up some of my functional stickers at the minute. I'm trying to go through my stash because I've got Stationery Fest coming up and I need to make some room because I might buy some stuff while I'm there. I've got some little hauls to show you, and then that's kind of it. So I'll leave the plan with me, I think. Sorry. Let me clear my throat. So I'm still not completely 100% after being poorly, but here we go. Right, so let's put that to one side for a second and let's show you the happy mail that I have had over the last couple of days. So the first thing I have had is an order from Salam Creative. She does the cutest little stickers and I love her stuff. Okay, but what I should say first is, hi, I'm Suzanne. I'm from the UK. I'm from Wales in the UK, I should say. And I love anything to do with stationery, journaling, planning, paper and pen, fountain pens, inks, you name it, I love it. If you're new here, I do post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays where possible. I'd like to stipulate that because we've got summer holidays coming up and it's going to be a little bit difficult. But we will attempt to get it done. So, let's crack on. So, it is a bit of a mishmashy video. But I think sometimes it's nice to get a mishmashy video. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, so let's look at these super cute stickers from Salam Creative. She's a UK based shop. I love these positivity stickers. You get the freebie. There we go. And basically, I got any stickers that were relevant to my life. So I got a sleepy one, so a nap one. I got one that is sleepy. Because I got a positive self-talk, like little blank thing that you can stick on your page. I got that in the colourful and the neutrals. I had to get the fried eggs, not because I love eggs. I don't eat them. I just wanted to get them because they were cute. They're emotional eggs. I mean, they're brilliant. Now, if you've been around here a while, you will know that I always get Agnes's weather stickers. I'm sorry, but the blobs on the rain are my ultimate favourite. I just think they're so cute. I don't know what it is. It's just they're so cute. I think it's the chunkiness of them. And then we've got these tiny little mini feelings. How cute are them? She does little cups of tea and coffee. And then we've got some little mood trackers there. And we have everything's fine. So a burnout one. So let me update you on this week. Maddock is off again, off from school. So we thought he had chicken pox because he had a rash on his elbow and he wouldn't stop scratching it. And then we found that he had the same on his knee. Of course, when we Googled it, chickenpox usually starts in the central column of your body and makes its way out towards the other areas. So when we looked at it, it actually looks like he's got hand, foot and mouth Now, he's had this a couple of times. He's got it from school each time. Now, the thing that probably is highlighting to me is Zachary had itchy elbow, and I thought he'd been nettled. And this was a couple of weeks ago. And I said to Ian, has he been nettled when you were out for a walk? And he was like, no. I said, he can't stop itching his elbow. And he was like, no. He said, I don't think he was. Anyway, I didn't really think anything else of it. But then Zachary started scratching by his neck and stuff. And I thought, okay, so we'll get some Piriton. Because when I Googled it, with the boys having like a virus for the last few weeks, it says it's a normal thing for them to be itchy and stuff post, you know, when the virus hasn't completely left the body and they might be a little bit sensitive to things. So yeah, so I've had to keep Maddock off school for a couple of days, just in case it is hand, foot and mouth. He seems fine in himself. I've been giving him, you know, Piriton or whatever it is, you know, like hay fever stuff, antihistamines, basically, to calm the itching. And it said to give them painkiller in case they were in some discomfort. They're both eating fine and stuff, so it might not be hand, foot and mouth, but obviously I had to keep him on from school in case it was, even though they say you should send them. Anyway, there you go. Okay, right, let's get down to it. Another haul I had. These are little hauls. Now, they're little hauls, but they're probably, like, I've had like 1 or 2 or 3 items from each shop. So, I needed some inserts from some shops for my my pen and ink journal, because I'm back in my wonderful TN, as you know. So this is my ink journal I set up. It's not quite finished yet, but it's not far off now. So I've got all my my ink Wearingeul ink cards in here. I've had a new ink delivered today, and it's one that I really, really, really wanted. So I will show you the card because I did it earlier. And it is the Wearingeul. I got this from Art from the Heart. And I don't know whether you can see that shimmer with the light. It is the William Shakespeare Macbeth. I studied William Shakespeare in school and college. And I love some of the stuff, especially Macbeth. Macbeth is one of the first ones that we ever studied in school. It was a big thing for us to study Macbeth. And yeah, we studied a lot of stuff because I did English language and English literature in school and in college after. And yeah, I love William Shakespeare, and Macbeth. As soon as I kind of saw that there was a Macbeth ink, I was like, right, I've got to have it. So I got it. I showed you the card, and it's in my new pen. So let's talk about, I don't know whether you can see, can you see that shimmer inside there of that Macbeth? It's got like a blue, shimmer inside the ink. It's absolutely stunning. Anyway, let me just tell you. Where's my little notepad gone? What's that? So we need to discuss TWSBI, because I'm a bit obsessed with TWSBI at the minute, and I've already told you about the brown TWSBI, and I don't like it because it really put me off TWSBIs, because I was getting this really scratchy feel, and I've spoke a few times about it, but I've persisted in writing with it, but it does drive me insane. And I think that something like the tines, the two metal bits at the end of the pen, I think one of them's maybe out of line or something, because it says you should not be getting a scratchy feel out of it. So when I saw that the Firehorse pen was coming out, but it was in the Eco, I wanted to get it because I am actually Year of the Horse, and this is the Firehorse. So let me just show you that detail on the pen. So yeah, I was born in 1978. So I am Year of the Horse, and I wanted something to represent that. I have bought a few things this year to represent the Year of the Horse and stuff. And I wanted to give another Eco a go, because I have to say, guys, I am totally obsessed with the TWSBI diamonds. Like, full on, I'm obsessed. They are the loveliest writer. And I think I just love the fact that they're demonstrators. So a demonstrator is a clear barrel where you can see how much ink you've got, and you can see the mechanisms and things. So for me, I wanted, I'm absolutely in love with TWSBI's. I got another new one today. It's just a mini one, this one, but it's my first mini. It's the black one. I got this from Hunter Paper. I got it in a fine nib. And I think I'm going to fill it with maybe the TWSBI black ink, because this is a pocket pen at the end of the day, and this is my big one. But I'm literally, I've got a problem with TWSBI diamonds. Now, I don't shop for anything unless I can get a deal on it. So, or unless I research stuff. Like, I will go on tons and tons of websites, and I will see who's got the best price, if I can get a discount code and stuff on it, because that's who I am. I sell some stuff to be able to then purchase. Like, I'm selling a few old planner covers and stuff like that. Well, they're not old, they've hardly ever been used, but I'm selling some planner covers and stuff like that, so that I can then put it back into the stationery. And I know I don't need to justify to anyone, what I do, but I think it's important that you probably see me buying quite a bit, but you don't see me what I sell. So I only have a limited space in our home because we've only got a 2-bed house. I've got 2 boys. My desk situation, you've probably all seen it on the pictures. It is literally, my desk is my office, and that is kind of it. I do have some storage space upstairs in the bedroom, but it's not a lot of space at all. That is just kind of overspill of like old planners and things that I don't want to get rid of. But I have to be quite careful about how I arrange my space, because I can't overfill, because I can't go out of this space. So I have to be quite canny about how I utilize each of these storage items and things. So I tend to get rid of something before I then purchase another thing. Anyway, so I got the Firehorse pen. Now, I wanted to try the Eco again because of the scratchy situation with the other one. Now, I think I'm going to have a look at that pen. I know I keep saying I'm going to, but I'm a bit nervous about looking at it. So this is, I've filled it with the Macbeth ink. And I have to say, guys, just, there's no scratchiness. There is no scratchiness at all. So there's definitely something not right with that other TWSBI Eco. This is a beautiful writer. The ink is just perfect. I mean, look at it. I am not even hardly touching the page. And apparently that is what it should be like to write with a fountain pen, because the capillary oh, hear me. Right, I've been watching videos. So you should be able to write with a fountain pen without applying pressure to the nib, because the paper will draw the ink out of the pen. So I'm very lightly putting that onto the page. Now, obviously, I don't write like that. I do write with a certain amount of pressure, because that's how I write. That's how I've learned to write, because I've always written with rollerballs and you know, ballpoint pens. But that's why they're called fountain pens, because the ink should flow generously. And then the cap is apparently the most important part of the pen, because when you put the cap on, I've been watching, what's his name? Doodlebud. I like his channel. And the most important part is the cap, because if the cap has got a good enough seal on it, now you should never, ever twist the cap too tightly or you will break something. But when you put your pen into the cap, if you can see inside there, you will see that it fits around the actual pen perfectly. And what that does is it stops the water evaporating out of the ink. So you should never get a dry nib. Okay, so that's what I've learned over the last couple of weeks. I've been really kind of, I really am kind of going in. When I say I'm researching, I really am researching. So, and I'm enjoying writing with so I'm writing all the notes that I take on fountain pens when I'm watching videos in one of my inserts in my pen and ink journal. So that's why I needed some more inserts, which I'll go through in a second. So this, I'm so glad I got this TWSBI Eco, because this has now changed my opinion on TWSBI Eco, and it has made me think that there's something wrong with the other pen. And I really do either need to get it looked at or try to look at it myself. Myself, I should say. Hear me. I'm the one that's took English, even though I'm Welsh. I did do Welsh in school as well. So yeah, so this pen, I am so pleased. It writes like an absolute dream. Now, I got this from Cult Pens, and it was on a pre-order, so there was no discounts or anything. You couldn't get discounts or anything, because it's a limited edition. But it's beautiful and I love it. So that was from there. And then the little black one, the pocket one, that was from Hunter Paper. And right, so that was my fountain pens. Let me put that to one side. So I needed some inserts. I got the ink from Art from the Heart, the Macbeth ink. And then from Art from the Heart, I also got a black clampy. As you can see, I'm probably going down the black route. It's because I always love to do... I always kind of go down the black route when we come to Halloween. I like changing it up through the seasons. So yeah. And then I also got from Art from the Heart. Oh, hang on. Art from the Heart. I got these two. So I got the accordion fold paper. Now, I got the accordion fold paper insert. This is for my trip to Stationery Fest. Now, if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you will have seen that last year when I went to Stationery Fest, I filled this full of stamps and things that I got during the event, and this is why I got another one this year, because it just worked out really well. So I'm going to take this in my my TN, because I'm going to take my ink and pen journal with me, because I'm going to I've booked in on the ink exploration thing with Pineapple Studio, and I've also booked to go to the introduction to fountain pens. So so I booked onto them. So that's to take with me to Stationery Fest. This is just another version of a grid. It's just a grid one, because I'm filling my other quite a lot with the notes that I'm taking on fountain pens. And then I like a dot one. So I got a dot grid one. This one was from Hunter Paper, and that came with my little TWSBI. And that's a really good price, so £5.50. I like to get my inserts and stuff. What I don't understand is, so if you try to get any of these from the bigger shops, you know, like Amazon, stuff like that, you're talking 12, 13, up to £15 for one insert. Whereas if you go to a proper, you know, Traveller's Notebook supplier, Traveller's Company supplier, like, you know, there's loads in the UK, then they're like £5.50, £6.50, you know, £7 I think I paid for the accordion one. Was it £7? Something like that. So it's well worth shopping around, and that's what I do. I shop around to try and get the best deal on anything. I won't jump in and buy something unless I've already researched if I can get it from somewhere else. And more often than not, it works out cheaper to get them in the UK, unless they're limited edition or they're only stocked in certain countries. Right. So that's my little tiny entry of fountain pens for you. Okay, so few updates to my ring planner. Now, I'm not sure if I went through this last week, did I? I've replaced my Midori dot markers with a zig marker. They're a bit brighter, so you can see the colours there, you know, for summer, a bit bright. I updated my monthly for Stationery Fest, so I did that. I've already got courses and stuff coming up for to learn how to use an app for the boys, an autism communication app. What else did I have in here? Oh, I've started using my Instagram and YouTube inserts. So this one's from Kina Prints. That's the Instagram one. And then this one is just a monthly insert from Planarium Shop. I just like the simplicity of it. You can do a little bit of note taking, and then you've got a line down there for the month. So it's a very simple one. I wanted to show you my brain dump. So this is my brain dump for last month. Now these inserts, these fold out inserts, are from Sort Stuff Out, Ellie Sort Stuff Out, if you're on Instagram. And this was the one that I did for June. I shook things up a bit for July, because I knew that there was absolutely tons coming up. So I did a quadruple pager. Okay, so I put a category list down the front. I've got some August bits here that I can now start adding to. So, you know, like what's coming up next month and stuff. And then if you fold it out. Oh, I had fun doing this, because I wanted to use all of my bright stickers, my functional stickers, and then I wanted to throw all my TCMC stuff in there too. So yeah, so I've got a category for each one of us in the family, including Callum, because obviously Callum doesn't live in the house, but he's still my, you know, he's my stepson, but he's my boy. And then I've got home, other, and mum and dad, because I do a lot with me mum and dad and for them. So yeah, so I've done that. I'm still using the 3 priorities a day, but again, I'm going to be going through, this is a cloth and paper sticker book, and it's got in it a load of functional stickers, which I've been collecting for a long, long time, and I've just not been using them. I mean, I use a lot of deco, but I'm not using enough of my functionals. So I've got some wonderful Filofax ones in here. I love Filofax stickers. They're so fab. They're such good quality. Plus, they come already punched and stuff, so you can fit them in the back. I mean, you haven't got to put them in a Filofax. They will fit in personal rings. They will fit in... they'll fit in most. I think they'll fit in the notebooks as well. They're punched so that you can fit them in the notebooks. And then I got some BGM ones, like matching coloured ones. And I just went through what I've got because I've been ordering from Cloth and Paper, and you do get some freebies and stuff. And then I've got loads of Suetalia. They're a Korean sticker company. So I wanted to put them in there as well because I've got loads of functionals, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do some deco bits with the functionals because I like doing the deco bit. So this week I filled up this page deco with some of my empty washi tape, just framing the page a little bit, and then these dot stickers are from BGM. The hearts, the bigger hearts and the stars are from BGM, and then the date headers and the little stars and hearts and arrows are from, and the importance sign there, and the little icons. They do such cute icons, Filofax. I do have codes for Filofax, by the way. I will leave them in the description below. And then I'm a bit behind on my weekly, so I need to do my weekly. But before I do the weekly with you guys on the video, I just want to show you my dailies. So my dailies for last week. Stickers were all from Colour Calf. I wanted something a little bit tropical-y because of the weather. I used my TWSBI Diamond Caribbean. Is that the one? Yeah. So I used my TWSBI Diamond Caribbean with the ink is called Steel Blue. You can see that in the barrel, but it was a perfect match. It's a diamine ink, and I think that came out pretty good for the week. Again, printouts from Sort Stuff Out. I will leave the shop link below. I find these dailies really good. I don't tend to use the hydration one. I probably should, but I don't. So I use a mix of lots of different stickers. These are Colour Calf. I tried to use up... I've put a stop to some of my subscriptions because I've got a lot of stickers. So you probably haven't seen me opening some subscriptions recently because I'm just trying to rein it in a little bit. Obviously, my desire for fountain pens and inks is growing. So it has to come from somewhere, and I can't have subscriptions coming in and do all that as well. So, we all work to budgets. Anyway, this week's pages, I've used these gorgeous stickers. These are from Xiami, so that's Xiami. And I bought these. These are pet tape stickers, and these are from Miso Paper. She's got such a massive range. I wanted to do lots of colourful stuff. Again, I wanted to use lots of my functionals. So I've introduced a lot of my Suetalia stickers. And I wanted to use some of my colourful washies from empty masking tape. And I know some of these are spring stickers, but I just loved all the colours in them. And they really went with the kind of vibe that I was going with. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying. I pre-decorate for a week, for the week ahead. So I do it at like the weekend. So I get that done. If you'd like to see me decorate my dailies, then please just leave a comment, and I can always do a video for what I do for next week. Okay, so let's get my weekly spread, because I do like my weekly spread and I don't like to miss it out on it. I I'm going to use some pretty functionals, I think, with some nice washi tape. There we go. So I love this ring planner, guys. I really do. The Moterm is such a beast. It's so fun, and it is so chunky. I love it to pieces. Right, let's think. What shop shall we use? Shall we go for... Should we go Salam Creative? Yeah, let's go Salam Creative. And I will talk you through my week so far. Salam, let's have a look. Do I go pens? Oh, I think I'm going to go pens, you know. Oh, I love this one, though. This was such a favourite of mine. She does such beautiful stuff. Honestly, guys, you've got to check her shop out. What have we got that can go with that? Ooh, do you know what? I'm going to go I think it's called Sand. I think it's called Sand on her website. I'm pretty sure it is. But I love these ginghams. See, it's not like a normal gingham. It's got flecks. It's got flecks of gold in it. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Let's go with Salam Creative, because I want to use some of my new stickers. We'll put a bit of a mood tracker and that in there, I think. What other... Oh, I've got some lovely browns and stuff. Oh, hang on. Let me just look at the colours of the pens. Okay, we've got some browns. We've got some blues. Okay, we've got a bit of a mishy-mashy in colours of pens. So... let's, we'll have a look at that in a second, right. So, how many minutes am I on? So, I'm on 32 now, so I do apologise if this video goes on a bit long. So, let's, oh, do you know what I gotta do? Where's my glasses? Glasses on. Do you know what, it's dead funny when you don't wear your glasses and then you put your glasses on and it's all blurry. You have to get used to it, don't you? Right, so let's go with, I'm going to go with those beautiful blue tones there. I'll get my washi cutter. There we go. I'll just stick that there in case I need it in a minute. Yeah, so Maddox's been home, so he came, so I thought it was a bit funny. So on Monday, he was up at midnight. Now, that's not funny for Maddox because Sunday nights are always a bit of a pain in the rear end, to be honest. He is usually up on a Sunday night, unless he's done something really, really... must be like a thing about school, going back to school. He must know that school's coming up. Anyway, he was up from midnight, and I always send them to school, even if they've been up since midnight, because I can't get them into the routine of not going to school when they've been up in the night, because that will cause problems in the long run, because they will think then that, oh, mummy will just let them have the day off. I'll just have a quick drink. Mummy will let them have a day off if they're up in the night. So yeah, it's one of them. So sent him to school. He was fine in school, as he usually is. But when he was getting off the taxi to come home, the escort on the taxi said he got a bit wobbly getting off the taxi. And I was like, oh, I'm a bit worried about that. I said, you know, I said he's been up at midnight before and got up, you know. I'm just going to trim this off, guys. So, yeah, he was a bit wobbly. And then I got him in the house and I thought, hang on a minute, it was really hot again on Monday. It wasn't as hot as today. I have got a fan blowing directly on me, by the way, guys, because I can't cope with this heat. Yes, so he basically, he was fine when he got in. He was, oh, I want this like a sandy colour. I'm sure I've got, I have. I'm going to go with this one. Do they have it? Yeah, it's called beige. We're going a bit neutral this week, aren't we? Yes, so he was fine when he got home because he had something to eat. Hang on, I haven't written the dates in. Where's my pencil? There's my pencil. What day did we start? On a Wednesday, wasn't it? Was it a Wednesday? Yeah. So, he was fine that night. He has got a bit of a thing on his knee. Now, this thing on his knee, we're watching it because it's a scab. And I have to watch in case he picks at it and stuff. And, you know, in case it gets infected or anything. And I was getting a little bit worried that it was itching him and stuff. He'd fallen over, he had a couple of weeks ago. But it doesn't seem to be going away. And I'm getting a bit kind of thingy about it. Anyway, he was scratching it on... He got up on Tuesday morning. He slept all night, obviously, because he'd been up all blinking night the night before. So he had a decent sleep on that night. And he got up for school on the Wednesday. And I said to Ian, just check his knee for me before you go to work. Because he is scratching. And when Ian had a look, he had lots of little lumps all round by where the bad knee was, the bad scratch was, the healing thing. And I'm gonna use some of these. I'm going to use the mood tracker. Oh, these are so fun. I'm gonna need that one. And I'm going to track the weather this week on here. There we go. Right, so, yeah, Ian said, hang on a minute, let's check him all over. He's got bumps all the way around here. So we checked him, found some on his elbow and stuff, and we're like, oh no, it's not chicken pox, is it? Because they were lumps, and we're like, oh no. Anyway, so got in touch with the school, said, look, he can't come into school. We think it might be hand, foot and mouth. We're not sure, but obviously I'll keep him off for a couple of days, make sure he's well enough, because he's got to go to his new school tomorrow, only for an hour and a half, but just to kind of see. Now, he's fine to go, because I've been giving him antihistamine and stuff, so he seems to be getting through it. Yeah, so it's been kind of one of them weeks that just another thing this week, isn't it? We're getting over illnesses and stuff like that, and then another one hits. So I think with Zachary having the itchy elbow, I think I was already talking about this, and then I went off on a tangent, so I do apologise. So with Zachary having the itchy elbow and the cough and the high temperature and stuff the previous time, I think maybe it's what Zachary had, and he passed it on to Maddock. Both of them then passed it on to me. But obviously my body's reacted differently to the virus, and caused other things going on. So, yeah, there we go. Forgot to say that this printable, if you've been around a while, you know I love this printable. This is from Planner Room Shop. This is the ADHD week on 2 pages. She's got tons and tons of stuff in her shop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these. You can learn and grow every day. Just look how far you have come. be patient with yourself, cultivate what matters, working for myself. I think I'm going to put that one there. I think that's dead good. I might just need to snip a little bit off the end there, because I like how positive that is for the week, because I need it. So today, Maddock hasn't been able to go to his sports day. There's no way I was letting him go to his sports day, and to be honest, I didn't want him going in this weather anyway. He can't understand when he's too hot and stuff, and it just becomes an absolute bit of a nightmare, to be honest. It causes meltdowns and stuff. And it was like 32 degrees today or something, and it's not normal for the kids to be running around in that. So he didn't go to his sports day. He's missed that. We took him out in the car later on. Ian finished work early today because we needed to take Zachary to meet his new teacher, because Zachary starts full-time school in September. So he goes to full-time. To be honest, he went to the school and I don't think he really needed to. He's not moving class. They're staying with the same classroom. It's just a different teacher. And I think we've already met the teacher before. Anyway, we did it. We took him. He came home filthy. I let Ian take him in because I'm still a bit, coughing and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to be coughing and spluttering. Plus, I'd had a hypo this afternoon, which absolutely just went on forever. That's probably the heat and what's going on outside. I'm going to do something with that. I'm going to stick it across there like that. Don't want to waste it. So I drove around for a bit with Maddock. He was loving it. Loves going in the car. He's a proper car-aholic, is Maddock. Used to have to drive him around everywhere when he was baby. Get him to sleep and stuff. So I am going to use... I'm going to use this one for there, because Maddock was up all night. Now, weather. So it has been, I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it at the end of each of the days, I think. Now, I was going to put a cloudy sun in for yesterday, but it turned out to be absolutely blinking scorching in the end. And to be honest, the rest of the week's exactly the blinking same. I know a lot of people love the sun, and I get all that, but it's just not me. Sorry, it's just not me. Bring on the boots and jumper weather, and let me bask in the glory of it getting dark at 3 o'clock. Oh, I love it. I love it when September rolls around. Anyway, here we go. Let's plan for this week, shall we? So I've decorated that with just some washi. I've got this great little mood tracker down here. Where's my pen? Now, I can use my fountain pens in here, but what ink shall I use? Shall I use my black? I think the black will go well with the... so this is TWSBI Black and TWSBI Black ink as well. Because this paper, I use 120 GSM... I can't remember what the company's called now. Navigator. And I get it off Amazon. It's about, I think it's about a tenner for a pack, something like that. That washi's not going to stick there. I can see it now. So let's fill in this mood tracker. But the 120 GSM, really great with fountain pen ink, and it doesn't bleed through either. So that's a winner chicken dinner. I'm going to put my mood for Monday as... I'm going to put it there because I was just exhausted, to be honest, because my day started at 12. And then Zachary was up the next night. So I was a bit better because I didn't get up till 3 because Ian was like, you've got to go to bed because you've been up since midnight. So I got up at 3 so that he could have a couple of hours before he went to work. And then today, I've been all right today. Oh, I love my TWSBIs. I never thought I'd love the TWSBI, but I do. Anyway, Maddock up midnight. Right, what did we do on Monday? What did I do on Monday? Oh, I don't know, you know. Can't think what I did now. I think I did some filming. Yeah, I did. Oh, do you know what? I've got my dailies here next to me. That's quite exactly what I did. So Monday was... Oh, yeah. We had PSD appointment at home at 8:30 a.m. So I had to do that. So then I filmed Plan With Me after. I filmed IG Reels. And Ian had football. And then what else did we do? Oh yeah, I had to confirm Sainsbury's. I had to confirm the nectar. Obviously it's Wednesday when I'm writing this, guys. Okay, yesterday, Maddock Pauly. So, phone school, a taxi. JS came 1 till 2. And then Mum watched Maddock while I popped out. Right, Jack and Callum came. Came for takeaway tea. And we also watched the football. Oh, that was a match and a half, wasn't it? Argentina, Egypt. Whew. That was a heck of a match, that one. Oh, it was a bit... I felt really sorry for Egypt, actually, but, I mean, you can't deny, they, you know, it's just one of them. They score the goals, don't they? But well done to Egypt for keeping them at bay for that long and then beating them for 60-odd minutes. It was 80-odd minutes, I think. They were beating Argentina. Right, JS delivery was 1 till 2. I had to go and run errands, so run errands AM. So Mum watched Maddock for me, and then I had a TJS delivery there. And then today, Maddock Pauly. Well, he kind of isn't now. He's a bit better. Meet Zachary, new teacher. And then I had 3 deliveries today. and they were the ones that I've already showed you. Then we went for a drive. I did all the laundry and dried it outside, and then I had to water the plants again because they were drooping again. And then what have we got tomorrow? Oh, Maddock going to new school. He's only going for an hour and a half with his dad, with Ian. And then I'm out for tea with the girls. So me, Plaskoch, 6:15 p.m, JS girls. So I will have to spruce myself up for that. I will let that ink dry before I then try and write on that side of the page. But that is my weekly in my... I'm glad I've done that. And I really like these stickers and washi tapes from Salam Creative. Let's put this in. There we go. I didn't use any of my functional stickers, did I? I just used Salam Creative. Oh, well. There we go. I like that. That's really, really cool. Right, hang on. Have I got some blotting paper? Just to make sure I do have blotting paper in here. I've got my Bungu box. I don't think it actually needs blotting, actually. This paper's really, really good. Nope, nothing coming off. Nope, these marks were already on it. So that is my weekly done in my rings. I've done a flip through of all the new bits in my rings with you, and I've shown you some of my happy mail, and that's kind of it for this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the videos this week. If you have, if you could give a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. And then, yeah, let me know if you'd like to see me do the dailies. Sometimes I do a reel, but when I do a reel on Instagram, I have to speed it up that fast that, you know, you can't really see a lot of the kind of detail and stuff that you put into things because you have to do it like under a certain amount of time. But on here, you're a little bit more liberal with the time. And that's why I like doing it on here as well. So, thanks for joining me. And I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful, super hot week if you live in the UK as well. And I will see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.